Welcome to Phantom Tales from Vietnam, where chilling spiritual stories based on true events are brought to life. Today, we invite you to listen to The Faceless One, a haunting reminder for those who sow cruelty online, thinking they can remain unseen. Tung, a first-year college student, had just left his hometown for the bustling city. He shared a rented room with a few friends, but spent most of his time living in a world of his own. Quiet and withdrawn, he barely spoke in real life, but online, he was anything but silent. Behind a series of anonymous accounts he created himself, Tung transformed into a different person, sharp-tongued, spiteful, and aggressive. He saw trolling, flaming, and picking fights online as daily entertainment, a way to assert himself, to feel like he mattered in a crowded world. One day, Tung came across a news article about a traffic accident. A truck driver had failed to secure the brake, allowing his truck to roll downhill and crash into several roadside food stalls. Though no one was killed, within minutes of the story going live, Tung logged into one of his fake profiles and left a vicious comment on the driver's personal page. "Why take up space on this earth? Just die already." His comment quickly went viral, amplified by others who jumped on the bandwagon. Some were outraged, others agreed, but Tung didn't care. For him, it was just another successful engagement. Little did he know that from that very moment, something from the other side had begun watching him. One late night, Tung still hadn't gone to sleep. He was glued to his phone, scrolling through Facebook, throwing shade at some local celebrities. The dim light of the dorm room cast shadows on his face, making it pale and lifeless like a ghost. Around 1 a.m., his stomach growled, so he threw on a jacket and headed out to find something to eat. He walked to a nearby intersection where a few food stalls still sold dried snacks and sugarcane juice. On the way, he heard the sound of footsteps behind him. Slow, dragging steps. At first, he thought someone was just heading the same way, but when he turned around, no one was there, and the footsteps stopped exactly when he did. A chill ran down his spine. A sudden cold gust brushed against the back of his neck. Tung broke into a run toward the dim lights of a nearby drink stall. He sat on a plastic stool by the sidewalk, ordered a glass of sugarcane juice, and buried himself in his phone, trying to shake off the creepy feeling. The food arrived, dried beef, grilled rice paper, but as soon as he took a bite, he grimaced. It tasted rotten, faintly sour and metallic. He pushed the plate aside, his appetite gone. He looked up and saw that the street had emptied. The streetlights flickered. The stall he sat at was located at a death angle, a road that pointed directly into the front of the building. In feng shui, such positions are believed to attract bad energy, misfortune, and even wandering spirits. In the distance, he noticed a street sweeper pushing a broom across the sidewalk. He raised his phone, thinking it would make an aesthetic night photo. But as he snapped the picture, his hand turned ice cold. The worker had no head. The figure, hunched and lopsided, continued sweeping methodically under the dim streetlight. The rhythmic scrape, scrape, scrape echoed through the silent street like the sound of death creeping in. Frozen in fear, Tung broke into cold sweat. His heart pounded. The thing, whatever it was slowly approaching. Suddenly, a passing truck's headlights flared across the street, jolting Tung back. He looked again. There was no one there. Just the empty sidewalk and a few scattered leaves. Shaken, he asked the stall owner, "Excuse me, did you see someone sweeping the street just now?" She gave him a puzzled look, shaking her head. "Nobody's been cleaning around here tonight, dear." Before he could make sense of it, an elderly beggar woman appeared from across the street. Stooped with stringy white hair and a conical hat shielding half her face, she rasped in a hollow voice, "Spare some change, please, just a little padding for my back." Frightened, Tung shook his head. "I'm sorry, I don't have anything." The old woman said nothing, just turned and walked slowly across the road. Her shadow stretched unnaturally long beneath the light, trailing something thick and black behind her, something not quite human. Tung shivered, shoved his phone into his pocket, and got up to leave. But at that moment, his phone lost all signal. Facebook wouldn't load, no bars. The air grew thick and heavy. Looking around, he realized he was standing in the middle of a deserted stretch of road. Not a soul, no streetlights, no drink stall. It was the same street he'd come from earlier, but now it looked different, darker, dead. He turned on his phone's flashlight and walked slowly. Each step felt like a weight on his soul. The air grew colder. A faint metallic scent lingered, like blood mixed with damp soil from a grave. Then a voice echoed through the night, hissing into his ear. "Why did you kick my head?" Tung froze, his limbs locked in place. He screamed, "Who's there? Who said that?" No answer. Only the steady scrape, scrape, scrape of a broom drawing closer. In the flickering light, the headless figure reappeared, bent forward, still sweeping. Tung dropped to his knees, hands clasped in panic. "Please, let me go. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Please forgive me." The street sweeper stopped. Up ahead in the middle of the road lay an old motorcycle helmet. Under the flashlight's flickering beam, a human head slowly emerged from beneath it. Pale, sunken. The eyes were rolled back, the sockets hollow. The mouth opened unnaturally wide, revealing rows of shark-like teeth. The head tilted sideways and snarled in a voice thick with hatred. "Why did you curse me? Why did you tell me to die? Did it make you feel good when I died?" The scream shattered the silence. Wind howled, dust rose. Tung lost all sense of direction. He ran, eyes squeezed shut, not knowing where he was going. He just ran. But no matter how far he ran, he ended up back at the same place, the drink stall. Only now, it was just ruins. Broken, decayed, lifeless. He stood frozen. His flashlight revealed peeling walls, a collapsed tin roof, shattered furniture piled like rubble. Just no sugarcane juice, no dried beef, no smiling vendor, just decay and emptiness, an illusion shattered. At that moment, another street cleaner appeared, this one old, wearing a reflective uniform, clearly human. He approached slowly, concern in his voice. "Son, you shouldn't be here. Just a few days ago, a truck lost control and crashed right into this place. Everyone inside died, even the driver." Tung's legs buckled. He remembered now. The news story, the truck, the angle of the street. Just it all fit. He fumbled with his phone and found the article. Truck driver loses control, crashes into food stall, 4 dead, including driver. And just below, his own comment, still there, still visible. "Stupid people deserve to die." He trembled. It was that driver, the man he had mocked, insulted, and told to die. And then, a memory resurfaced like lightning. People had tried to defend the man, said he was struggling, depressed from online abuse. He had gotten drunk in despair, and in that drunken state, the accident had happened. Tung collapsed to the ground, weeping. He scrolled through the many cruel comments he had posted, mocking the sick, laughing at accidents, telling strangers to kill themselves. He deleted them, one by one. Each line was a knife once thrown. Now every word came back to pierce his own heart. By morning, the noise of passing vehicles roused him. He had fallen asleep near the wreckage, not at any real stall. The old street cleaner, this time unmistakably human, gently nudged him awake. "Son, this place is haunted now. No one's left." Tung stood up, dazed. "Is it true? They all died?" "Yes," the man said quietly. "And the driver? He was just broken. People drove him to his death. Online cruelty killed him long before the truck did." As the old man walked away, he paused by a battered helmet lying on the street. He looked at it briefly, then moved on. Tung bent down and picked it up. There was nothing underneath. No blood, no head, only emptiness. From that day on, Tung deleted all his anonymous accounts. He stopped trolling, stopped mocking. He realized words could kill just as easily as a weapon. Still, on nights when he walked that same road home, Tung would sometimes hear the soft scrape, scrape of a broom behind him. And in the corner of his eye, the shadow of a headless figure always followed, like a ghost unfinished or karma unpaid. Let me know if you'd like a short author's note or reflection at the end to add a moral or thematic closure. Thank you for listening to today's story on Phantom Tales from Vietnam. We hope it brought you chills and reflection. Don't forget to follow the channel so you won't miss the next spine-tingling tale. See you in the next episode.